The only thing you're doing for your skin health is slathering yourself full of creams and you're not digging into what's underneath the surface. So I want to go through some five specific studies that were done that proves that these things work when it comes to skin health and naturally impacting the vitality of your skin through diet, through nutrition, through nutraceuticals. So there was a study published in the Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology. It found that oral probiotics could help reduce acne lesions and inflammation by modulating or encouraging good quality gut microbiota and reducing actual systemic inflammation. So get a good quality probiotic. And there are different strains, as I mentioned, of good soldiers, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting the right strains for what you have going on. And this is something that if you do have a healthcare provider that's well-versed in probiotics and works with their clients every day on this, like we do, they could help you really determine the right probiotic for you so that it's serving you in the way that you're looking for it to do so. So second study, this was research published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology. It showed that patients with acne who followed a low glycemic diet, reducing those sugars, right? They experienced significant improvements in the severity of their acne compared to those on a standard diet. So there is definitely a link between dietary factors, gut health, and skin health. So a third study published in Gut Microbes demonstrated that patients with acne had higher intestinal hyperpermeability or leaky gut, and it was compared to healthy controls. So this obviously is looking at that role between the gut barrier function and the beginning of acne and kind of how that progresses or the pathogenesis of it over time. Number 4, this was a pilot studied in JAMA Dermatology. It investigated the effects of FMT on patients with psoriasis. So it showed that, and this is actually, so FMT is fecal microbiota transplantation. This is a whole other talk. If you've never, and don't shoot the messenger, this is a thing and people's lives are changed by it. So if you're like, what of a transplant and aware, Google it. So this result showed that FMT led to improvements in psoriasis severity and reduced systemic inflammation, highlighting the potential influence of gut microbiota on skin health. I personally have a patient that did an FMT after, she had gone so many years with so many gut issues. She let it go too long. So let me warn you, don't let it go this long. But it got to the point where it was like a runaway train. And she ended up layering in on top of what she was doing with functional medicine. She layered in a fecal transplant, and I'm telling you, it changed her life. So number 5, last but not least, and there's a ton of these out there beyond just what I'm showing you, but this research was published in the journal Brain, Behavior, and Immunity. It found that stress-induced changes in gut microbiota composition were associated with increased severity of atopic dermatitis symptoms, and it suggests link between that stress, the gut health, and skin inflammation. So if you're wondering how in the world can I be stressed out and that's causing acne, the mechanism of this is when you are stressed out, you raise those stress hormones. Those stress hormones don't just sit there. They wreak havoc in other areas of your body. So it really is important when you look at clear skin, maintaining clear skin, preventing outbreaks. You've got to dig deeper, look beyond just the surface area of what we're doing to our skin. Not that that doesn't have value, but if the only thing you're doing for your skin health is slathering yourself full of creams and you're not digging into what's underneath the surface, that's like looking at an iceberg and hoping that it doesn't take down the Titanic because it's too small and you're just chipping away at the top of it. You've got to dig deeper and understand what your body's trying to tell you. So adopt holistic approaches, go after diet, lifestyle, get some good quality nutraceuticals on board, and really remember there are individual differences for each of you. So it's not a one size fits all. It's not what worked for Joe or John or Bobby or Jane is going to work for you. But don't give up. You've got to look at where this is coming from, go after some real quality solutions, and trust that your future isn't just going to be full of expensive creams or elixirs or daily routines to try to get that skin to clear. You can do this. Have a wonderful day.